We took an overnight bus from La Paz to Sucre. Unlike the buses in Peru, there was no Wi-Fi. But we could charge our devices and fully recline to get some sleep. When we arrived in Sucre the next morning, the weather was beautifully bright and sunny. Sucre is the constitutional capital of Bolivia. Compared to the bustling high-altitude chaos of La Paz, it offers a pleasant climate, a laid-back pace, and beautifully preserved colonial architecture. In fact, Sucre's historic center was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1991. The city is not only the cradle of Bolivian independence, but also one of the very first places in South America to rise up against Spanish colonial rule. Throughout the colonial era and the early days of the Republic, Sucre served as the legal and judicial epicenter of the continent. After dropping off my luggage, I headed straight for the local market. It's just a block away from the main square. As soon as you walk through the entrance, you're greeted by the aroma of freshly baked bread. I was specifically hunting for a local specialty chorizo. Even for someone like me who isn't usually a fan of sausage, this traditional local flavor was actually pretty good. The market has an incredibly rich variety of food, but what caught my eye the most was the fresh fruit juice stalls. There were so many flavor combinations, and they were incredibly cheap. I got a beet, carrot, and ginger juice for just $1.50, and the vendor even gave me a free refill. I also found a local snack made of potato flour dough stuffed with meat, eggs or cheese, and then deep fried. I went with the egg filling, and it was quite savory and delicious. Around the perimeter of the market, local vendors and hawkers lined the streets, which reminded me a lot of small-town markets back in China. Surrounding the central plaza, Plaza 25 de Mayo, you'll find various museums, historic buildings, shops, and restaurants. A lot of the buildings here have ordinary storefronts, but once you step inside, they open up into beautiful hidden courtyards. My guide, a Sucre native, recommended two local dishes. The first was a beef bone soup with peanut puree, topped with crispy fried potato strips and spiral pasta. This one tasted quite good. The other was pork belly braised in a red chili sauce served with corn, which I found pretty mediocre. In the evening, we decided to catch the sunset from a rooftop bar. This was another one of those places that looked ordinary from the outside, but revealed a whole new world once you entered. The rooftop was buzzing and already packed with people. You can just grab a couple of drinks and hang out with a group until midnight. The next morning, we headed right back to the market for more fresh juice. This time, I noticed a nearby stall mixing up some sort of beverage through what looked like a very complex process. Our guide explained that these were medicinal drinks, similar to traditional Chinese herbal medicine, tailored for specific ailments. I was told they don't taste very good. Led by our guide, we went on to see Sucre's theater, the courthouse, and the Bolivian gardens. At the guide's suggestion, we took a walk to a very famous local cemetery. It was exceptionally well maintained, cool, and peaceful. I'm guessing it's a cemetery that only wealthy local families can afford. For lunch, we headed back to the market to eat at the food stalls, keeping it very simple. There's a bakery and ice cream shop with a huge variety of flavors, right next to the main square, including some made from local fruits. If you love ice cream, you definitely shouldn't miss it. In the afternoon, we explored the museums and churches around the plaza. Just a heads up, some places in Sucre are closed on Sundays and Mondays, so it's best to check online before you go. Due to a nationwide transport strike in Bolivia, we were forced to stay in Sucre for an extra day. This actually turned out to be a blessing, as it gave us the chance to visit the government buildings and museums that had been closed the previous 2 days. The government palace is a historic building in its own right, and if you climb to the top floor, you get a panoramic view of the entire city. The highlight of the day was visiting the Casa de la Libertad House of Freedom. This is the most important historic building in Bolivia, as it chronicles the very birth of the nation. The guide gave an incredibly detailed explanation, making it a fantastic opportunity to understand Bolivian history. Next, we visited the Santa Teresa Museum, which used to be a convent. Photography isn't allowed inside, but it is absolutely worth a visit. Finally, we hiked up to the La Recoleta Monastery. Though it closes at 4:30 p.m., the area is an absolute prime spot to watch the sunset. Next stop, the Uyuni Salt Flats.